All right, welcome to the G Talk podcast. I have Kearston in the building.
It's been a while.
Man, Kearston ain't been over here since March. That shit is crazy. Since the Creed podcast.
Yeah, I had a lot going on. My life has been busy and very interesting.
What's been going on? Let's you should update the listeners, man. That they've been asking about you.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've been missed. I've moved to my own place, bought a house.
Whoop.
I'm not gonna tell y'all where it is. It's in a gated community anyway, so it's not like you can get
Oh, gated community.
Yes, that's actually why I bought it. It's gated, so you have to like
Gotta get
ring
buzzed
the
in.
code. Yeah, you gotta get buzzed in. If I don't want to buzz you in, I don't have to buzz you in. But yes, and then I've just been trying to get my life together and unpack and all this fun stuff and budget my money. It's been taxing, so I've just been kind of like in my house, keeping to myself.
So how long has it been since you moved in?
Technically I hired movers the second to last weekend of May. I technically haven't been there by myself since like mid-June.
Okay.
So my stuff's been moved in May. I technically haven't been living there since like, let's say July.
Okay. But now you got your own spot.
It's been a while.
You got the freedom now.
I do. I don't do nothing with that freedom. So
I'm proud of you.
No one's over there. It's just me. The only people that have been over there besides my brother and my parents and has been my friend Kira.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, it's been a minute since I've gone skating, but
oh yeah, that's literally like 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah, so
oh, I just told you the area. Fuck.
Well, I just said skating, so
oh right, we didn't say where.
Yeah,
there's lots of skating rinks in Nashville.
Yeah, so who knows? Pick one. But that's good. You done came a long way since I first met you back in 2021.
No, yeah, at the bank, I was a hot mess at the bank. I was getting ready to go to my friend's wedding out the country.
Yep.
And that was the day you met me. I broke a nail, and so I was like frantic because I had to go get my nails fixed because I had an early flight the next morning. And so yeah, I was a mess.
Yeah, but look at you now.
Yeah, but like that's what did they say on what did Kelly say on Insecure? We call that growth. Yes.
But all right, cool. Well,
what you been up to?
Dang, the golf pod didn't even drop just yet, but went on the first golf trip last weekend in Dallas.
I saw that. That looked fun. Did you tip your cart girls?
Yeah, of course.
Were they black?
No, they're white.
Boo.
It's a golf course.
Oh, well, no, but like on TikToks, I've been following cart girl TikToks, and there are a lot of black cart girls.
Wait, there's a cart girl TikTok?
No, there are TikToks of people showing day in the life of a cart girl, and it started with this one girl, white girl, in Arizona, and she like has over 1 million followers, and now like I keep seeing black women do it, and when I tell you the white man be tipping the shit out, be tipping them black girls.
Yeah, I bet. Were they pretty?
Yes, very pretty, long hair, curly hair. Listen. I know for a fact that white men love black girls with curly hair. I don't know what it is. It's a fetish. I know what it is, but like, they be playing into it to get their tips, and I don't blame them. I would too.
Lean into it.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad you tipped your cart girls.
I
hope you tipped them less than you would have black people, but
but it was cool. It was hot as hell.
Yeah, Dallas, like 110.
It was about 105 every day. And it was a real 105. It wasn't like a dry heat.
So do they give you free water?
So at the Dallas Cowboys Golf Club.
Oh, okay. Fancy. The Dallas Cowboys Golf Club.
Now, that one was fancy. But
I bet that was expensive.
Yeah. So the green fee was like $250.
A person?
Yeah. So
y'all spend a good penny golfing.
But the thing about it though, because at first I was kind of apprehensive about it when...
Does that come with food and all you can drink?
Yes.
All you can eat?
So all you can eat and drink, but it's like not everything but alcohol basically.
So you had to still buy your drinks?
Well, it was too fucking hot, so we didn't buy no drinks.
Right, so you just drink water?
Gatorade and all that, yeah.
And how was the food?
It was actually good. Like they had a real deal menu.
Did you see any famous people?
Nope.
Dak didn't show up. Jerry Jones.
Nah. So yeah, it included, we had a meal before we went out there. And then, of course, every time the cart girl came,
Water,
you know, free Gatorade, free chips, whatever. So we definitely racked up. And then afterwards, we had dinner. And then we were like, well, shit, if it's included, let me get this to go. Let me get that to go. So,
oh, y'all got food to go? Hell yeah, I would have done that too.
So the next day was free because Troy had a voucher. So
you went back to the Dallas place.
Well, we went to this place called Bear Creek.
Okay.
So that was free. And then the final day.
So you go off 3 days in a row: Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you left Monday.
Well, we golfed Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, okay. And you left Sunday.
Yep. So
sounds like a good trip, like a good boys trip.
It was, you know, it was black boy joy. You know,
I love that. When girls go on girls trips to like Mexico, Dominican Republic, y'all are over here in the U.S. golfing.
Yeah. So down the line, we gonna do an international golf trip
to Dubai.
We actually did talk about that.
I mean, where else would you go? Do they have golf courses in France?
Yeah, golf is a worldwide thing. Golf started in Scotland, I think.
Oh, I don't I don't like golf. It's so boring to me.
I still gotta take you out there with me.
No, it's too hot.
Well, honestly,
are there park girls in Nashville to where I can like get something to drink, like water?
At the Hermitage there is, yeah, like the private courses, yeah.
I don't want to go out there to Hermitage.
That's actually, yeah.
Is there are black people out there?
Yeah, you know, it depends.
Okay, no. Take me where the black people are. Like, is there like a nice exclusive course in Nashville where majority of black people go?
Ted Rhodes, but it ain't.
Is that by TSU?
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Actually, it's one of the better Metro courses.
Metro owned?
Yeah, like, you know.
Oh, Metro owns that?
So you got
like Metro Nashville, the government owns that.
Yeah. Metro Parks. Yeah.
They definitely won't have cart girls then.
Yeah, so if you want a cart girl, we gotta go to the Hermitage or any private course.
I'm not doing that.
But it was hot as hell.
I can't. I become a real mean when I get hot and like in the heat. So I try to avoid being around people when I'm outside.
But here's the thing, though. After coming back from Texas, Nashville feels great.
No, Nashville's still freaking hot.
Nah. Well, this week too, it was cooler than normal. It was like
because
in the 80s.
It was raining. Yeah,
it was in the 80s all week. But
well, I'm glad you had a good trip with your boys.
Yeah, you know.
Boys trip.
Men need to do that more often, and men are so simple. Like, it doesn't take much, you know.
Yeah, but you know, there's like a lot of like boys trips also have like a bad rep to them.
What do you mean?
Cause men be cheating. What the?
But who? But what if they're single?
It is. If they're single, you can't cheat if you're single. I'm just talking about in the past, like that's the rep with boys trips. It's like, you know.
I heard the girls should be wilding too. Yeah.
I've been to a girls trip. I just went. Well, like almost a year ago. I was in Jamaica, and that trip was very mild. It was not wild at all.
Oh yeah, you was cooked.
But with my friends, like I did not.
But you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where, matter of fact, I think it was yesterday or day before.
Are you talking about like that girl in Jamaica getting her on the raft? Those river rafts where the guys be rubbing them girls down in clay.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying
they ask for that because like they don't actually go above your knees. Like.
Well, I'm just saying it's been many a time where, matter of fact, someone told me a story. You like
a girl cheated,
or they on a girl trip and then like, hey girl, we about to go to the spot. Well, I'm actually about to go off with him. Girl,
but
you just met him. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you're single.
Yeah,
and you want to take a risk. I'm talking about like people in committed relationships.
I mean, look, same thing too. Like sometimes they be married or got a boyfriend and they ain't necessarily happy, and then they meet the pool guy.
I know. I literally know of people who cheated on a boys trip.
I know women who cheated on a girls trip,
and their significant other will never find out. Which, you know what, this may get me canceled, but I just kind of feel like if you cheat on somebody and you know that there's no way in hell they will ever find out, why would you blow up their lives and tell them.
So, ironically, I was with Veronica yesterday, Stony River.
Oh, Veronica, y'all love y'all some Stony River.
That's our spot.
Y'all love y'all some Stony River.
So, we was talking about cheating.
Okay.
And I just said, why is there such an uproar when people cheat? Because it ain't like it
happens all the time. And a lot of people get cheated on and they just don't know.
Yeah, and the thing about
we all know people in Nashville that are getting cheated on and they have no idea.
Don't get me wrong, I don't condone cheating. However,
I don't either.
It's just because the whole argument
was...
Are
we agreeing on this?
We are.
Like our first relationship topic that we're agreeing on?
Yeah, and I was Veronica was like, "Oh my gosh, can't believe you say that."
No,
but the thing
people
about
aren't realistic.
Because people think
everyone's tempted to cheat. And people do play on those temptations. The argument was,
well, if you feel like you're gonna cheat on me, then
leave.
Then just leave me. So I'm just like,
that's not realistic.
I'm like, look,
I get it. Like if you know that you are not going to be faithful, then leave. But in that like 10 minutes of temptation, are you really gonna call them up, be like, hey, I'm about to cheat, so we're broken up? No, that's not realistic. Really? Now, if you have been thinking about cheating for weeks and months, then yes, please break up with me before you do it. But if it's just a spur of the moment, you got caught up in temptation, you really gonna call me within those
moral of the story
moments?
Was yes, people are selfish.
People are very selfish.
People want their cake and eat it too, because
they do.
Sometimes my relationship, it might not even be bad. It's just, shit, I got a girl, but I want to fuck you too. And
it's not realistic to think someone's going to call their significant other in their moments of temptation.
Exactly.
At like, let's say 11 p.m. going until the early mornings and hours. Hey, babe, I think I'm about to fuck somebody else and cheat on you. So we're broken up. And people think that's what they want. That's not what you want.
And my thing, and so we also had a conversation.
That's not what you want.
We had a conversation about, do we want to know? And also, have you ever asked? I said no.
No. Let me tell you why I don't want to know. If you cheat on me and you know I will never find out, like there's no way in hell I will ever find out, and you tell me, you're selfish because you blew up my life. And now I have to deal with your actions and my feelings, and our whole relationship is blown up because you wanted to get it off your conscience, and all you had to do was pray about it or find some therapy to get off your conscience. But you decided to tell me and blow up my life. That's selfish. Yeah. I don't want to know. If I will never find out, I don't want to know. But if you're cheating on me with someone in front of my face, you got to tell me. Like, I don't want to look stupid. But if it's some random girl that from a boys trip or like a business trip, and you're never going to see that person again, and you wrapped up and you were like, use protection, like, I want to know. Yeah, do not tell me.
But the issue is that people
say they want to know.
People are sloppy when they cheat sometimes. Like, they'll
Here's the thing. Have you seen my last few tweets in the last few weeks? I'm like, if you're going to be a cheater, at least be good at it.
Yeah, I mean,
I keep tweeting that because that keeps coming up. Like, if you, especially in Nashville, if you're going to cheat, I'm gonna need you to be good at it.
Man, people in Nashville,
in Nashville are lazy cheaters.
People will bring their side piece to Minerva.
Right. People in Nashville don't know how to cheat. Like, they're so lazy and they're so like pathetic with it. That's why I keep tweeting that out. If you're going to cheat, especially in Nashville, please learn how to cheat better or be good at it, or just be better.
But yeah, and also too, so I'm
not saying you should cheat.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But cheating is a real thing, because we
happens.
About,
we
had an agreement going into this. Okay, but things change. Like, you might be with someone for years, and it just might not be what it used to be.
And I also just think people can just fuck and that be it. I think I've said this on the podcast before. Sex is just sex, and people can just have sex and let it just be sex without
we even talked
feelings.
About like the levels of cheating. So it's like
emotional.
What do you consider cheating? Like, because I think Veronica mentioned, like, if they didn't fuck, then it's like, all right, whatever. Because like
if they just made out, whatever. You just made out or you just kissed. Okay.
But I think the emotional is worse.
Emotional is worse. I've always said that.
Yeah.
I think I can get over physical a little bit more,
Yeah, 'cause, like,
then I can get over emotional. Because my thing is with emotional, you open up to someone that you did not tell me, and she knows so many more details about you than I do, and I'm in the dark.
Yeah,
and that won't sit right with me.
And I never experienced, they asked me, have you ever been cheated on? I said, I don't know.
That's the thing. I don't know. And if I have been cheated on, and if I find out, I'll be like, damn, that sucks. But we move.
So I guess that's why I talk about it in this way, because
it's never happened to us.
So,
or we just don't know about it if it had.
Nor do I care to find out.
That's the thing. I don't care.
So
I don't care.
I remember when
don't blow up my life.
I remember I broke up with my girl in 2018. It's over. And then we laying down. She's like, let me see your phone.
Why?
I was like, why?
It's over.
So then we was arguing for like 30 minutes. So finally I was like, man, fuck it. And then I went downstairs. And
she
then
read all your text message. Were you cheating on her?
You know, I was flirting.
But you didn't fuck anybody else? That's a yes. Okay, I see it on your face. You did. You had sex with somebody else. That's fine.
But, in hindsight, I shouldn't have been with her.
Garrison, that's an excuse.
I'm serious. And I was checked out too, so it wasn't right, but, it is what it is. It is what it is.
So you cheated on somebody, but they never found out.
Actually, no, they didn't.
Would you have told them to clear your conscience, or is it just better for you?
Sometimes,
it was just better for her not to know, because it didn't bother her.
I mean, hell,
she ain't know.
I'm already cheating on her. Like,
why blow her up?
Why? Yeah, like why?
That's how I feel. Like if you're cheating and they will never find out, why blow up their life? Now, if you're a natural and you're cheating and you're sloppy with it, yeah, you're gonna need to go ahead and tell them. Yeah, because you're gonna have them looking silly.
But moral of the story is, as humans, men and women, people gonna cheat.
People gonna cheat. Listen, I remember I said, like, maybe this is at the beginning of the pandemic, and I'm like, everyone's tempted to cheat, and people got on my ass in my IG DMs. They're like, no, my man, I would never cheat. I will never cheat. I'm not tempted to cheat. That is BS. Everyone has a temptation to cheat. When I was in a relationship, I never cheated on somebody, but like,
you had the temptation.
Yeah, you're tempted. Like, in those hard times, you're tempted.
It's some beautiful people in this world.
Right. I never did it, but have I been tempted to? Have I been like, oh my God, this man is getting on my last effing nerve? Like, do I want to go out and do something else with somebody? Yes. Did I? No. But it's not realistic for me when people say, I've never been tempted to cheat. They're BSing me. And then, please live in the real world.
And then just
get out of your delusion.
Last thing to close this topic. I don't know. It's just, when it comes to cheating, sometimes, like, a lot of people blame themselves for why they got cheated on. Sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right. It's not you, babe.
Like,
it's not you.
What did I do to make it? Like, sometimes it ain't got shit to do.
You can't do nothing to make it better, because it ain't about you.
Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it might be, but sometimes people just cheat for whatever reason.
They just want to cheat.
Sometimes
people cheat just because they want to.
But oftentimes, though, people do cheat because of a lack of something.
Yeah.
But also, too, some people just cheat because they just curious. Ain't got shit to do with their partner. They partner could be fine as hell, still cheat on her.
Or they just want something else when it comes to, like, sexual stuff in the bedroom. Maybe things their partner aren't willing to try. Some people just have desires like that their partners aren't willing to fulfill. So they feel like to get fulfilled in the way they need, they have to go step out.
Yeah, like
which sucks. I mean, no one should cheat. We're not condoning cheating, y'all. Y'all probably like these. Yeah, they probably listen to Garrison. They'll be like, these people.
They're
gonna cancel us.
They like talking at the speaker.
Yeah, they're gonna cancel us.
But
y'all can cancel me. The truth's still the truth.
But long story short, it's like people be in such an uproar. I'm like, bro, people been cheating since the beginning of time. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you cheated her.
People are cheating right now.
Yeah, it's like as we speak right now, as you listen to this.
As we speak right now, someone's having sex with someone that's not their partner.
Every 5 seconds, someone get cheated on.
Yeah. I honestly feel like majority of people have been cheated on. They just don't know about it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, back in undergrad, I had sex with this dude's girlfriend.
Garrison! And you knew she had a boyfriend? Mm-hmm. See, one thing I will not do is I will not help you cheat on your significant other. I will not do that.
I mean, don't get
If
me wrong,
I know you're in a relationship and you're married, absolutely not.
I like flirted with her or whatever. Hell, she came over, and it was after like a Collegiate 100 event, and I was like, I made the effort, but it wasn't like a strong effort. And she put her hands on her face. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, she knew what she was doing.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
Did he ever find out?
Nah, it's crazy. So
are they married?
No, I mean I don't think they were together. It was undergrad.
Oh, there's some people that were together that are still married.
But it was crazy though because I actually saw him and like dapped him up. I know, it was crazy.
Kearston.
But I was back in undergrad. That was like 10 plus years ago.
Oh yeah, that matters less. I'm just saying, like, cheating is bad. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But if you are gonna do it and you live in Nashville, please be good at it.
Guess what? Just be with someone who actually likes you.
Right. So basically,
because really in a relationship, it does come to not only love and whatever, but respect also.
Yeah.
Like if you respect them, you wouldn't do that to them.
Some people would. People make mistakes, Garrison. People have weak moments.
That's true.
I just don't think just because someone like cheat on you doesn't mean they. I mean, technically, I guess that is the thing you go to. If they would do this to you, they don't respect you. Yeah. But sometimes I just kind of feel like it ain't that simple.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, I'm just throwing a situation, but like, if you married and got kids, you're not gonna blow up your whole life because you want to cheat. Like, you gonna cheat and go back home to your family. And
she ain't gonna know. A lot of people do it. A lot of people do it.
With the news week, I gotta pee. All right, we are back with the news week. So I got a Channel 4 news alert that said the West Nile virus was detected in Nashville.
Was that from mosquito bite?
Yes.
Oh no, I ain't outside no more.
It's crazy because the West Nile, that shit is kind of old. I remember when that first came around, it was like,
I think it's really
like the mid 2000s.
Yeah, if you look what's going on in the environment, sharks are attacking people, yachts are getting knocked down by like whales and crap, the wildfires in Hawaii. First of all, those native people told you to stay F off their land and y'all didn't listen.
Yeah, that's actually on here, but yeah.
My bad, I skipped ahead.
Well, nah, I mean, while we on it, yeah, like prayers to people.
Listen, the world is telling us something.
I mean,
I don't know. What were they telling us? I don't know, but they trying to say something. The ocean's not happy. That's why you ain't gonna see me in the ocean right now.
Yeah. So right now, the Hawaii wildfires, because it was a hurricane too.
Mm-hmm. I think last time I checked, the death toll was up to like 53.
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, people unfortunately perished. Homes destroyed, historical landmarks were burned. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it now. Death toll hits 80.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Hawaiians, the native people to the land. I don't feel bad for you tourists who came and brought up their stuff and ran up the prices.
Yeah,
I feel bad for the natives who this is their home. They have nowhere else to go, as opposed to the tourists who can just go back to their main residence elsewhere in the United States.
So yeah, prayers to them. Tim Anderson
got what he deserved.
Tim Anderson got into a fight with
his ass laid out.
Ramirez. Yeah.
Look at me, my baseball.
Okay, look at you.
Look at me.
Jose Ramirez. He's the third baseman of the Cleveland Guardians. Tim Anderson.
That's karma.
Is the Chicago White Sox shortstop, and it sucks too because he's literally having the worst year of his life.
In baseball?
Yeah, he's having a bad year this year.
It's because of all his personal drama at home. But he should have thought about that. I don't feel bad for him.
I do. I feel bad for him.
No, you should never stepped out on. That's another instance. If you're going to cheat, you got to learn how to cheat better and not get the bitch pregnant.
So, hear me out. He got married really young.
Okay, and he can get divorced.
Hear me out. And he's a professional athlete. So, the expectations are pretty low already. Because as we know, athletes ain't shit. Most of them. You know, if you're an athlete listening.
Russell Wilson he's a good man. I don't think he's cheating on Sierra.
He's an anomaly. He's one of thousands.
Jalen Hurts hasn't cheated on his AKA girlfriend. He hasn't. He's a good man. He's a good man, Savannah.
Okay.
No, has LeBron cheated? Sure, but he probably made them sign some NDAs.
You do understand Jalen Hurts is like 24 years old?
But he's very faithful.
Kearston. All right, so matter of fact, we're going to mark this conversation now because it's going to be maybe a year or two later. Oh, Jalen Hurts. Well, actually, no, because he got a girlfriend, so it's not going to even be...
He has a beautiful black girlfriend who has a master's and works at IBM who happens to be an AKA. She is beautiful. He ain't cheat on her.
What did we just talk about? It don't matter
Garrison, let me live in my delusion and let me... He's a good man. I just don't think...
He is a young athlete who just signed one of the biggest contracts before Lamar Jackson.
And she makes over 6 figures working for IBM. So
that is
irrelevant to him, but she still has her own money.
Would you be shocked if he cheated?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be shocked if Jalen Hurts cheated. I'm not shocked about Tim Anderson. He just seems like someone that doesn't have the capacity to not cheat. Jalen Hurts seems to me as someone that does have the capacity to do the right thing. Tim Anderson is very questionable. And I'm sorry that he's having a bad year. Will they cut him?
So, I was going to say that. So, during the fight...
Send him down to A-League?
Nah.
Or send him down to minors?
Nah. So, during the scuffle, Jose Ramirez had his head down, but he hit him with a right hook. And Tim fell.
Karma!
Down goes Anderson.
Bria, his wife. That was for you, girl.
So... The other thing that sucked too, that this is his free agent year.
Oh damn! So he ain't gonna get no money.
Well, don't get me wrong, Tim Anderson is still that guy. He's having an off year.
So baseball's just gonna check it up to him having an off year.
Yeah, because
having issues off the field.
Yeah, I mean, this ain't the first time
that he had a bad year.
Well, just in general, like with an athlete, but it just sucks because now his leverage, he doesn't have much leverage.
And he just did a podcast with Pivot talking about how much money he can make in the off season, or like they asked him how much money. He was like, that money's way down now.
And truth be told, his contract ain't that great now.
So how long does he have to get it together before baseball season's almost over, right?
Season end at the end of September, and the White Sox suck this year, so
they ain't going nowhere. Who's the best team? Astros?
Not the Braves.
Unbiasedly,
I'm serious. Like the Braves are like 72 and like 30 something.
Did Freddie go back playing for them?
Nah, Freddie went to LA. So,
are they good?
Yeah. Him and Mookie are like, they have a bromance going on.
I love that. Where does David Price play? Is he still in the league?
David Price.
The other guy from Middle Tennessee, like Murfreesboro?
I gotta see where he plays. Yeah, Price? David Price, yeah. But yeah, the Braves.
Last time I checked, he played for the Red Sox.
Yeah, the Braves are 74 and 41.
Who's the next team after that?
The Phillies in our division, they 65 and 52. So the other best team is the Baltimore Orioles. They're 71 and 45, but we are 33 games above 500.
But anything can happen in the playoffs in the World Series.
That's true. It's all about what happens in the playoffs, but
we saw how Florida kicked LSU's butt, and then LSU came back the next day and kicked Florida's butt. Anything can happen.
Oh yeah, literally, because the Braves today, they won 23-5. Oh, no, 21 to 3 versus the Mets. Now they playing them again. It's a doubleheader, and now it's
in one day.
Yeah.
How long did they have to rest?
Like 3 hours in between.
Did they just change uniforms?
Probably, but now they're in the bottom of the fifth. Is 1-0.
To Mets winning.
Braves winning.
Didn't the Mets trade Justin Verlander back to his team?
Yes.
Wow. He sucked. But he's old. He should retire.
Well, the Mets suck.
Oh, they won it, and they didn't want.
But you know what's crazy though? They paid him and this guy named Max Scherzer, this other old pitcher. Max Scherzer got like a 1 year, $45 million contract, and he's old.
But Justin's like 41, right?
He's like in his late 30s, or I think he might be 40. But Verlander got a big ass contract too.
Only to trade him back.
They traded both of them.
Wow.
Because the team was tanking.
And so they just didn't want to tank with them.
So with baseball, by the trade deadline is like August 1st. So they made a move to actually the teams that's going to contend. Mm-hmm.
And the Astros wanted him back.
Yeah, I mean, he went back home where he won the World Series last year.
Was that his first ring?
I don't know. Nah, I think he won one with Detroit.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, but Tim Anderson got what he deserved.
hey Tim,
Karma.
hold your head up.
No, karma.
Hold your head up, champ.
Karma. Keep your dick in your pants.
But also too, for more
and stop
context,
having outside babies.
For more context,
outside of marriage.
Tim Anderson is from Birmingham, Alabama.
I know.
And he went to a junior college in Mississippi. And now he's a millionaire.
Yeah, he made it. He made it out the mud. I'm happy for him. I listened to his.
I'm just saying.
I listened to his thing on Pivot.
He said
he had a hard life, and I'm so glad he made it out the mud. But just because you made it out the mud doesn't give you the excuse to be a horrible husband and father.
He's a young man.
Who knows
give him
what his wife looks like and should not have been cheating like that.
Give him a little rope. Just give him a little rope.
And he cheated with the worst person ever who has other babies by celebrities. Like, why would you? Those people are opportunists.
Well, you know, celebrities.
Of course, she was not.
The same person.
Of course, she was gonna pretend and say she was like on the pill or shot or like had an IUD. She wants your baby because that's the only way she can get money.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, these athletes have got to be smarter. Like Paul George knocking up a stripper then marrying her. You gotta be smarter than that, sir.
Hey. Once again,
he cheated on Doc Rivers' son. You know, Doc Rivers' daughter Callie is married to Stephen Curry's brother Seth. But before Seth and Callie got together, her and Paul George were an item, and he cheated on her with a stripper who he's now married to.
You know, Klay Thompson from Golden State, his brother.
Is he still a baseball player?
Yeah, like his brother used to play for the Dodgers, but then
he good?
He's straight. Yeah, but then he got traded to I think Chicago.
Did he cheat on his wife or something?
I don't know. No, I'm just saying like brothers and stuff. But
oh yeah, but doesn't he have another brother that doesn't play any sports?
I don't think so.
No.
But in the same vein, football's almost back. Are you excited about that? The Titans played today. I think preseason. I don't. Against the Bears.
Listen, I don't think if you're a Titans fan, if you think they're gonna make it to the playoffs, sure. If you think they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl, be for real. You gotta look at their division, who they have to go through. They can't get through Cincinnati 2 years in a row. I don't think they're beating Patrick Mahomes. You also have Buffalo Bills if they ever get it together. Whatever's going on with Stephen Diggs and Josh Allen, like
something going on with them.
Early in the summer, they said like something happened, but I think it was just a rumor. You got to go through. Odell Beckham is at the Ravens.
That nigga's injury prone.
Sure, but
he might not even be a factor.
Jacksonville's getting better. Like, we'll see what CJ Stroud does with the Texans. Probably not much because it's his first year. But no, I don't care about the Titans. I'm excited for college football.
College football is more exciting.
Yeah. I'm excited for college football. Mizzou is probably going to not do well. But another thing with college football, have you heard about the realignment, the conference realignment? It's like the Pac-12's now about to be the Pac-4.
Yeah, apparently everybody's like leaving and shit and going to different conferences.
They're going to, I forgot which schools in the Pac-12. I think it's like UCLA.
Yeah. And then I think
Oregon, USC. But there's 3 teams that are on the West Coast who are like joining the Big freaking 10. And so they're like, they understand they did it for football. But I saw this girl's TikTok. She's a soccer player in the Pac-12 who will now be in the Big 10. And she's like, that impacts us because we don't get those big dollars. And so she was like, our games are on Thursday and Saturdays. And she's like, we're going to miss so much more class. We're going to have less time to recover because we're going to take these
cross-country trips.
Cross-country trips to play a game and back over to the next side of the country to play another game. And she's like, these conferences only think about football. And they don't think about basketball. They don't think about soccer. They don't think about volleyball. They don't think about swimming.
What about didn't Oklahoma join a different conference or something?
Are they going to the SEC?
Yeah, so imagine
Texas and someone's coming over. I'm thinking, is it Texas? Oklahoma?
Imagine driving or having a game in Florida, and you live in fucking Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They got the charter flights.
Right. Like, think about Mizzou traveling all the way to Austin, Texas. That's far.
And think about the fans.
Right. No one's going and if you want to take some of your band and your dancers, that's more money because that's more time you're spending
and plus,
in the city.
Who the hell from Florida gonna come to Oklahoma and
Texas? Can
Oklahoma even handle that many people? Like the city?
Oh, do they have enough?
Yeah, like infrastructure.
Oh no, I don't know. It's a college town. A lot of things people like have to realize is like it's a college town because people are like, oh, like Mizzou. I'm like, Mizzou is still a college town.
You can adjust it if you want.
Oh yeah, Mizzou is still a college town, like through and through. Yeah. So, I just think it's all about money though.
Yeah.
It's all about money. But like people like Georgia, they're not going to be impacted. Those people are going to travel to see their team. Like Alabama, people are going to travel. LSU, Auburn.
Yeah.
But like those people in Oklahoma, like are they going to travel?
I mean, we'll see.
Wait, is that the team that's going with? I know Texas is moving. Is Oklahoma the one moving with them? It's Texas and somebody.
Yeah.
But Archie Manning will be a freshman in Texas. That's going to be someone to watch out for. That's going to be exciting. Yeah. So it's college football season. Tennessee State starting us off with Notre Dame. Labor Day weekend.
Money game. Hopefully
and y'all only got $1 million? Was it like $2 million? Y'all should have got like...
Should have got more. But anyway.
Or was it 5? No matter what it is, y'all should have demanded 20.
Yeah. They got it. Couple birthday shout out. Shout out to Mariah. She turned she's part of the Dirty 30 Club now. She actually skydived for her birthday.
Okay. Shout out to Mariah. Happy birthday.
Would you ever skydive?
No.
Yeah. I mean, part of me wants to, but...
No, I feel like I'll have a heart attack midair, and that will be the worst thing to die.
Well, at least you won't feel it.
I'm not doing it.
Well, now you will feel it, but... happy birthday to Prof. Sexton, one of the band directors at TSU. It's almost a year of me going to business for myself.
Hey!
I left the bank August 2nd. It's already been a year for that, so it's crazy. Like, time really be flying. And I actually got the company. We gonna actually speak to the band next Friday because they requested us
for what?
Like talk to the students about the importance of getting their finances in order early. They have alum there, talking to them. Because we are black owned.
Oh, y'all went to TSU?
Me and Marcus did.
Everyone else went somewhere else.
Yeah, but that's cool. It's cool to go back to your alma mater. Actually, I did a few speaking engagements this past summer.
That's good. I would not go back to Mizzou to speak.
One at Meharry, paid me $500.
Oh,
well, no, $250 for that one, and then
you charge for speaking.
And then I spoke at TSU for this STEM symposium, and they paid me $500.
TSU paid you?
They paid me within a month.
Oh, they got money. That's state money coming in.
And it's crazy because I guess
I'm surprised they paid you.
I
Do you demand speaker fees?
Well, not necessarily, but now, yeah, because I'm not really big on just talking for free and not getting anything out of it.
So if my girls needed a financial expert and they partner with the cafes on their campus, you're going to charge those poor college students?
I mean, y'all can give me a meal or something.
Oh, yeah, they can feed you.
Yeah, something.
Give you free parking. Because, parking ain't free no more. Metro's charging. Meters aren't free.
Yeah.
There's no more meters. There's like QR codes park. In Metro, count your days because that is petty.
Yeah, I read the article because last year, the revenue from parking, it was almost $1 million. So,
now it's about to be like...
It's a good revenue stream. It was like 800-something.
Yeah. If you're on a parking lot, you making good money. Yeah. Nowhere's free anymore. Yeah. No, even Centennial Park, parking along Centennial Park.
Really?
Yes, I saw it today when I went to go to my wax appointment. Yes, all around like sports complex.
Damn.
All that used to be free parking. They put up the signs, pay to park.
Motherfucker.
And then in Centennial, they said they're going to be patrolling the free parking. Dang, Metro, y'all have other things to worry about besides how much people are like paying for parking. Like y'all need to be worried about these potholes in the road.
Well,
y'all need to be worried about why I saw a Metro school dance team on the side of Bell Road when it was about to storm this afternoon asking for money. Like y'all have other things to worry about.
Yeah, capitalism.
Like besides parking, count your days.
Yeah, but all right, let's get into it. We got some hot takes. We had to pivot. This was gonna be a political podcast, but Marissa was late, so we're gonna do it before the 14th.
Marissa just had other plans come up. She's finishing something.
I don't blame her. I blame the ALB because they started late. But
Black people don't start on time, so you should.
But we gonna do the political pod before the runoff election, which is gonna be on September 14th.
Yes, but in the meantime, y'all need to get together and go to national.gov and go to the election part and look at these candidates. Of course, Nashville Metro, it's a nonpartisan race, but you have a white conservative woman who wants to ruin Metro schools and like bring charters in versus a pretty much progressive guy who's supporting of the LGBTQ plus community, trans community, Black people, who wants more accountability, who did not vote for the stadium deal because why should taxpayers have to pay and billionaires have the money and they don't want to? So there's a lot going on. So please pay attention to that. Please pay attention to your council members at large. If there's a runoff in your council, basically get out and vote, because voting turnout was pathetic. But the next podcast, when we'll have Marissa there, she'll talk more about it, because she definitely has more experience and probably more to say than I can. Yeah, and she'll say it in a better way,
right?
With the facts.
But definitely, just look, be informed. Like, don't just vote. Like, be informed and vote, because you might not know what you're voting for. Yes. All right. Well, instead of the political pod, it's going to be a hot take pod.
We love how we pivot over here.
So, saw this on Twitter. What was that, yesterday? But this girl tweeted, most people don't know why they want to have kids. They just feel like they should, so they can have little humans that they can control.
I believe it.
Because, it's, I guess when we do think about marriage, we just assume
kids are next. That's the next step.
Yeah. And just from my peers, man, kids are cute from the outside, but that shit is work. Forever work. And I see in their face sometimes like they wish they didn't. I
like the parents who get on social media and tell it the real way. There's some parents that are just like, yes, I love my kids, I would do this all again. And there are parents who were very candid and they're like, no, if I can go back time, I would not be a parent. And I think that's just very real. And I just think that just comes with experience. I think it really just is circumstantial. Like, it depends on your situation, your circumstances. But in reality, I do think a lot of people just have kids because they feel like that's the next step. And like, my favorite thing is like, oh, I'm having kids so I can build a legacy. What legacy? You're a regular person. Like, you're not a basketball star. You're not like a... That
kind of correlates to what I said about
not a celebrity. Like, what legacy do you have? Like, just say you want someone to carry... You're having kids to be selfish because you just want someone to carry your last name.
Yeah, I said something similar to that about I'm not a fan of juniors.
No, what legacy do you have?
And also, too, I feel like they don't have their own identity. No. And I just think it's not creative. You literally name your son your name. Exactly the same.
If I have a child, they're not going to be named after their father.
I have seen women juniors, though. I think that's kind of cool. Have a little Kearston.
Ew.
Junior.
Ew. No.
The second.
No. If I have a child, I told you, if I have a child, I'll be one and done. And if it's a girl, her name will probably be Logan or Noah. And if it's a boy, his name will be... I'm not going to tell you what his name will be because y'all going to steal it because it's really cute.
Let me just say it.
No. Because I'm going to see one of your podcast listeners pop up with a baby boy with my name. I'm going to know they stole it from me. I'm going to be pissed. So no.
But you should be like flattered.
No.
You give him inspiration.
My friend stole my first girl name from me and she knew it was my name. So no, I'm not telling y'all. Oh. I mean, I told y'all Logan and Noah, like, go ahead and take those. But I like boy names for girls.
Yeah. Also, with the conversation with kids, I mean, we don't have kids, but...
We don't. I have a niece, though. She's the cutest little thing.
Yeah, she just turned 1, didn't she?
Yes. Oh. My baby.
Like a lot of people tell me, nothing's ever planned. You're never going to be ready.
Okay. That doesn't mean you have a kid when you're not financially stable.
Yeah, because, yes, I do get the sentiment of like, yeah, you're not going to be 100% ready. However... You can be in a certain point in your life
where you should be ready,
where you're more capable of bringing in new life into this world, and provide it properly.
I agree.
You know, and you know, I actually have some friends. Oh yeah, I was playing. Oh okay.
I was playing too.
Mm-hmm.
Were you playing?
I don't know.
Are you but you're the youngest of your brothers?
I'm the middle.
Middle? I don't know. Damn. That's a good question.
But I'm here. But
right. You can't. They can't stuff you back in your mom's vagina. So
yeah. But I just, well, especially today, if I do have a child, I'm like, yo, I can't do this alone. Like I'm gonna need me a lovely wife.
I've always said I don't know how single mothers or single fathers do it. It is just, you just don't have a moment. I was watching my niece. I'm like, oh my God, like you have to watch them constantly because they can get into something. Like imagine not having someone to trade off with. Like, so you need to use the bathroom or you need to get a task done.
Yeah.
It's just you.
But also, you know, you got community, family, friends that can hopefully help you.
But my thing is,
Hopefully,
but also like people's like you have to have a good village. But a lot of people don't have a good village.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have people that will show up to the baby shower and show up to all these events before the baby gets here. But when the baby gets here, they're ghosts. It's crickets. Because to be honest with you, like they don't want to. They can only do so much. Like they only have the capacity for so much.
Yeah, like my cousin Mikey was supposed to move here, like, or he had an opportunity
to go to Nashville. Yeah,
because his job had 2 locations, and he requested to come here, but they moved him to Arizona. But it would have been cool because if he was here, because he just had a little baby cousin in 2022, it would have been cool if he was here because then I could help out, look up a little baby cousin in case they need for me to watch him. You know, it'll be cool because I don't have family here. Like blood family in Nashville or like Tennessee, so
yeah, they're in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm up here. I'm a lone soldier. You know,
you have your Kappas.
Yeah, I mean, I got a strong network here, but also too, I was talking to my friend Daphne yesterday because she mentioned Ludacris because she conversation with Janet Ludacris, but I told her Ludacris was my favorite, so I took a picture of like the Word of Mouth CD in my car, and it was a clean version. And then I said I was sheltered as a kid, and I said if I have a kid, I'm gonna shelter them because they have all their life to figure out how crazy this world is.
You might listen. These kids today are too grown. They don't have the awkward, ugly phase. They don't. They don't have any other phases we had in middle or high school. They go from literally kindergarten to iPhones and makeup.
Kids
and
know the same thing
tops.
We know.
Yeah.
I remember, because I'm not really around kids often, but I remember it was one instance where this kid was talking about something that they shouldn't even have known about. I'm thinking, how do you know that? But then, you know, iPhone, and they got a computer in their hand.
I mentored a group of girls towards the end of like the last school year for Metro, and the conversations they would be having, the questions they would be asking me, I'm like, why are you even worried about this?
Yeah.
Like, ask me, like, is it true if you do this? Like, you know, I'm just like, why are y'all... Basically, it's about sex. And I'm just like, y'all are 14, 15. That should be, like, the last thing on your mind. They're like, no, like, people start losing their virginities at 13. I'm like...
Shit.
Was I sheltered as a child, or is that very young? And I went to ask my friend. She's like, no, that's actually really young.
Yeah, and...
Because I think most people start at 15, 16.
Yeah,
which I think is
16.
still young. I think that is still young.
Yeah, because even when I lost, I still...
It's still young.
Didn't really know what I was doing.
It's still young.
But like, I
was like, y'all are too grown for me. The crop tops, the short shorts. I'm like... Metro don't have like a dress code no more.
Well, and honestly, these like you said, like these kids don't have ugly phase no more.
Right, make wigs at school, expensive wigs, eyelash extensions.
Even in college, like
full
they all
glam. I'm like,
they
what
all
the
like
heck?
Instagram models now. I'm like, yo, because looking back, if we look at our college pictures,
oh listen, I archived all that on Instagram. I archived those.
They look old.
They do. They look like 90s.
And we had crazy outfits. Like
we were wearing business and casual to the club.
Yeah.
We were literally wearing bodycon dresses and blazers and high heels to the club.
I remember my freshman year. That was when Nike had them little big old logo shirts.
Yes.
So like everyone was wearing them, and
now it's like it's just different.
Everyone's too fresh now too. Like you got the dudes wearing designer shit.
Well, it's a lot of that shit is fake.
The Alexander McQueens.
A lot of that is from DHgate.
Oh, whatever that is. What's that?
It's like a website where people go and buy fake Nikes, like fake designer.
Oh. I mean, I don't really care for designer like that, so whatever.
I mean, a lot of people that say like they have this designer thing. It's fake. Do you really think a 15-year-old in high school has private everything? Be for real.
Yeah, that's true.
Be for real.
But yeah, but just back to the kid thing. I mean, because the thing is, the kids don't have to be here. So
that's the thing. And also, I think a lot of parents are selfish. And I tell people all the time, like, a lot of parents have kids, too, to make their kid go viral on social media. They make them film. They make them do all these stupid skits. Like, they film their day in the lives. And I'm like, your kid is too young to even consent to what you're doing. And, like, you're exploiting them. And, like, people didn't like that when I said that on social media. But I'm like, you know what, like, I saw this thing that like, what's a mental illness? And someone's like making an Instagram page for your child and commenting as a child. And I agree, but also just making one in general is a mental illness. Because what in your right mind thinks my child needs their own public facing Instagram page so all these strangers can screen record and screenshot their pictures and videos and keep it. You know how many freaking sickos there are out in the world, and you're exposing your child to them? And I think a lot of parents have kids so they can make money off their kids. And my thing is, a lot of y'all kids are not that cute to be constantly on the internet and be constantly on my feed. Like, yeah, they're cute to you and they have their cute moments, but I don't want to see them. This is an adult app. Get your kid off.
Yeah, too much exposure, too early.
Too much exposure. And guess what? When they are of age to get in middle school and high school, and their peers and their classmates find those old cringe videos and pictures, because nothing ever goes away on the internet, and they start bullying them, your child's gonna hate you.
Yeah. Real quick, so why do you feel that you mentioned something about gold diggers? Women get called gold diggers for wanting to. What'd you say?
I said women get called gold diggers for wanting a man to provide.
Well, let me ask you this though. Like, do y'all understand what like comes with that?
What do you mean? You asked me that before, and I just.
Well, I'm just saying, like, what do you expect to do? Like, you're not doing anything. So what are you gonna do?
Okay, let me break it down. I think women want men to be the providers. They want a man to be,
and that's not always like financially either.
Right. It doesn't have to be financially, but like be the provider, the protector of a household. And that what that means can mean something different to you than what it means to me. But I was having brunch with a friend earlier today, and I was like, if I get married and my husband's like, you know what, I make enough for the both of us, you really don't have to work unless you want to, or you want to pick up a part-time job. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going to make sure food is ready every day when he gets home from work. I'm going to make his lunch work if he wants that. I'm going to wash his laundry. The house is always going to be clean. Like, I'm going to have everything in order so he doesn't have to worry about that, because he is doing something for me. So in return, I'm doing something for him. But I feel like a lot of guys these days are just like, oh, she wants me for money. And my first question is, what money, sir? What money do you have to tell her to stay at home and not work?
I ain't gonna lie.
You don't have it.
Last year.
So a woman cannot be a gold digger if you don't have money to provide. And a lot of these men who say, oh, they just want me for my money. What money, sir? What money do you have?
That's true.
Most women don't want men for their money. They just want a decent man to be a man.
Yeah. I remember one time I had a guest, and I had to go do something, and I was gone for a few hours. But I came back, and my spot wasn't dirty, but she tidied up a little bit, had candle lit, wash the dishes. I was like, I get used to this.
See?
Like, see? It was actually nice. It was real nice. Like,
see?
And it would be nice to have someone to handle that.
But you're not ready.
I mean, look.
No, I heard that podcast when y'all were saying, what was it? I got super mad about, and I did not talk to you for 2 weeks because that made me mad.
What?
Yeah, because you acted passive aggressively, and then y'all did a follow-up podcast, and you mentioned me, and you still acted passive aggressively. What? And I was like, yeah, you were very passive aggressive.
I'm sorry.
And so I'm like, well, I just won't speak to him.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was it about not being ready?
Yeah, you and Marcus and Veronica, and then y'all brought someone else in.
Yeah. To
talk about it, and
because initially it was me, Marcus, and Deshaun. How we talked about how we probably passed up on some good women.
Well, Marcus excluded because he's married to a good woman, and so he met her in college, so he was excluded from that.
I mean, we're just talking in general because.
So you and the Sean, that's his name.
Yeah,
we're talking about it from your perspective because you're single.
Yeah, and also too, I think people were thinking like it was real time. Like, nah, we talking about years ago.
But I'm just saying. I didn't like the pot because that's a man's number one excuse.
Okay.
Is, I'm not ready after he already let her own.
Kearston.
And I remember our conversation, and I said,
I actually do remember
why
that.
Can't you?
We was getting at it.
Yeah, I said, why can't you just be honest?
And I ain't gonna lie.
Why can't you? You were being. You're being a jackass.
I was
like,
anal. I was.
And that's why you didn't get talked to for 2 weeks. But I was like. I remember asking, like, how hard is it to tell someone, hey, I just want to fuck you and I just want to have sex and I'm looking for a hookup.
I mean, it's kind of
not hard.
It's kind of similar to like the whole cheating thing. Like,
that's not hard to say.
I mean, but it's similar.
Kearston, let's be real.
They're cousins.
Okay, but I remember you saying, oh, well, like, what happens if she doesn't take it well? It doesn't matter. You're not giving her the option. Like, if you lead a woman on,
it is a selfish thing. It's selfish.
Yes, if you lead a woman on and you take her on dates and like you're really sweet to her and you do the whole flirting and how's your day, good morning text. You're making her believe that you want something else because you weren't honest up front, and then when you are honest, her feelings are already invested. Why can't you just give her the option up front to be like, yeah, this is what I want to, or no, this is not what I want. Thanks for being honest. I'm going to be out. But y'all don't like giving women the option because y'all just want to have sex with them and you want your cake and eat it too. And you take the option away for the girl.
Okay. Can I respond?
Yes.
So.
This should have been the hot topic.
I mean, we already here now, but sometimes, because I even told you this, as a man, for one, we deal with rejection all the time. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The method of, I just want to fuck, like, it sound good. Let me finish. But okay. I'm just telling you, as a man, it don't always work like that. But
it could.
And sometimes, I mean, think about it. We have to do certain things to get there. Don't act like every time someone hooked up, it's just been I'm trying to fuck. Like, that's not how I go. So
you're saying you have to butter her up to fuck you? Like, you have to take her to dinner? Sometimes. You have to buy her a drink?
Sometimes.
But why can't you just say that up front? Like, hey, I do want to still take you to dinner. I still want to do these things with you. But I just want you to know I'm not looking for anything long term. I'm looking for this to end in a hookup. Why can't you just say things like that?
Sometimes. If
a man told me, I'm just looking to hook up, I'll be like, well, that's not the vibe I'm on. So we're not going to be connected.
Two things can be true. Sometimes that's just how guys are because they're nice, considerate. They don't want to just...
Nice guys and considerate guys, they don't lead you on. They tell you the truth from up front.
I'm sorry for...
So if you're leading someone on, you're not nice and you're not considerate.
I'm just saying. Because the truth in the matter too is some women just want to hit too.
Yes, and why can't you just be truthful from the jump? Because there's some women that be like, that's all I wanted too. Like, I didn't want a relationship.
What you're missing is the is the nuance. So sometimes actions are literally like saying what it is. Because if we going out, we flirting, like, yes, that's the vibe that we're on. And yes, she just want to have a good time too. But at least let's just set it up instead of like it being, because sometimes it's all about the experience. Like, just saying I want to fuck and then we fuck. It's like, okay, that's cool, but like, I want to do it in a little more elaborate way. Like, let's go out and enjoy the damn fuck. Because
then you say that I still want to go out with you. I still want to grab drinks. I still want to do these activities with you. But I'm looking for this to end in a hookup, not a relationship.
A lot of times, though, that happens in the conversation. Like, in the midst of us having drinks and shit, you know, like, yo, so what are you looking for? No,
I'm asking that before I'm going on a date with you, because you can't waste my time.
But you still end up winning anyway if nothing happened. You got a free meal. You got some drinks.
I don't give a fuck about a free meal.
I'm just saying, like, it's time well spent. It ain't like you just...
I wasted my gas. I wasted a good outfit. I wasted makeup. Like...
What I'm saying is, sometimes it doesn't even have to be said. Like, we already know what time it is. That's all I'm saying.
And all I'm saying is, like, we're on some bullshit on that podcast talking about the one that got away. No, you just...
But also, too...
Y'all always use that excuse.
But that goes back to our
y'all
conversation...
Y'all always use that excuse.
...about married people. When people get married early and they're not ready, what happens? They either cheat, divorce, or both.
But that's not my fault. People don't know how to not get married when they're not ready.
I just don't understand why because the whole thing was like, I mean, we're being honest. I'm not ready.
No, my thing was y'all use that as an excuse to leave people alone.
It's a reason.
Let me go back to the text message because it's in the WW and Associates group chat that we don't really be talking in no more.
All right, but anyway.
No, I gotta find it before we end. So you're gonna get my point.
But yeah, dang, that's the. You know, the funny part about that.
Okay, I can read the text message because I still feel this way.
The funny part about it is that literally with that pod, we had no clue that it'll be that polarizing. We just thought we were just, saying what a lot of guys went through.
I said, most men who say they aren't ready do not want to be with the woman they said that to because they say that and do nothing to get ready. Like, y'all say y'all aren't ready and then y'all don't do shit to make yourselves ready. Had they said that to the woman they truly wanted, they would take steps to be ready. I feel like men say I'm not ready to women that they don't want, but had the right woman appeared in you, you would take the steps to get ready. And I said, it's definitely a way to spare feelings because a man who truly wants a woman would take the steps to be ready so she doesn't get away. I don't believe in the one that got away, because if you really truly felt that way, you will do everything in your power to be a better man and try to get her back and be like, hey, I've changed. I wanted to change for me. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, also, I think this last thing I said. So also, I think men say that to keep women on their rotating roster fuck list because they are selfish and don't want the woman to move on and get better. Like, move on and be with someone better than them. And everything I said is still true. I still believe it. So, I think I'm not ready is a bunch of bullshit because you're 30. What are you still waiting on to get ready? You still just want to fuck bitches? Like, you just say, I'm not ready for a committed relationship because I still want to have a variety of vaginas or something. Like, it's a FaceTime. One second, y'all. Sorry, someone was FaceTiming me. But like, y'all say all of this and like y'all like don't get ready. Like, it's an excuse. Just
look, listen. What you're saying is true. But you got to understand that there's a flip side to that as well. Like, there's truth on both sides. But
here's the thing: before y'all like start talking, dating someone, you're not ready. Like, you just leave women on to get sex, to get what you want, and you just hide it under the guise of, oh yeah, actually, I'm not ready for a committed relationship.
Well, but every woman who people sleep with, they not necessarily leaving them on.
If you No.
Because people be fucking, and a lot of times they just be fucking. They don't be waving the carrot in front of them. Like, they don't be doing that. Because honestly, that creates more issues. Because you can't really have a roster if a bunch of women are really in their feelings.
I'm just saying, first of all, I think rosters are stupid anyway. I think if you're a lady or a man and you're on a roster and that person hasn't like wanted to be exclusive with you, your choice. And if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. And they don't really want you. And if they do, and when they do reach out and finally decide they want you, they'll be settling because their top choice didn't want them.
Dang, that sounds...
It's the truth. Okay. Think about it, Garrison. Think back to your roster and your top choice.
Roster? I don't have a roster.
When you did have a roster, because you had a rotating roster. Let's not act like we're surprised. Let's just think back. Everyone has it. Like, everyone has done it. Like, when their top choice didn't want them or things just fizzled out, they settled with 2, 3, or 4, or how many are on the roster. So if you know someone's dating around and they have a roster or whatever, and it's been months or weeks of them like talking to you, of you guys meeting up, hooking up, whatever, and they still haven't made steps to be exclusive to you, it's because they don't want you. And then when they do make those steps, they'll be settling. Because if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. And rosters are stupid because they're a way for men and women to keep tabs on people they truly don't want. And my thing is, if you have to decide between me and another girl, pick her. Pick her. Because the man that would want me will know off bat that he wants me. He will not have to decide, do I want Kearston or do I want this other bitch? That will never cross his mind, because he's going to be like, I want her, hands down. So if a man or a woman isn't saying that to you, you are not their first choice. You're not a choice at all. They're settling. And if you get mad at this, that's probably because you're in that situation and you just realize that they settle for you. And I'm so sorry.
Well, you're going to hear about it.
I don't care. People can get mad, but it's the truth.
Well, on that note,
it's the truth. They got settled for, and that's why they're unhappy, and that's why their partner isn't the best partner they could be to them. Like, I think one last thing. I know you got to go, but one last thing. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I made a IG video. Well, it was in my stories where I'm talking about, is a man a bad man with a character flaw, or does he just not like you enough to try? And a lot of it is that man just does not like you enough to try. Because when the next girl comes around that he truly does like, everything you were asking him to do for you, he's going to do for her without a problem. He just didn't like you enough to even try. And that's where we're going to end. And I hope women and men, y'all can learn from this too. But especially my girls, if you're not just remember this. If you didn't get anything else from this podcast, just remember, if it's not a fuck yes and you're not the first choice, it's a fuck no, and he's settling for you. Mic drop. I'm out.
All right. You heard it here, folks.
And y'all can debate with me on social media or you won't, but I will prove your point wrong, because I know 100% I am right. I'm sure I'll get text messages and shit, but they'll probably be like, damn, I wish he would have stayed away longer. But I'm back. That's right. I'm back. All right. Well, thanks for doing this, Kearston. Yes, I didn't think it would turn into like a heated. Yeah, podcast. We're talking about politics, but all right, yeah, this is totally pivot, but hey, that's how we doing on the G Talk podcast. Yeah. All right. Till next time, we out. Bye. Peace.